We have arrived at stop loss, which is another fine and important lesson you need to know or learn, because stop loss is your true friend, yes, in all markets, which protects your equity when price goes against you, and which might even be worse without a stop loss. So to avoid extra costs or to avoid losses you wouldn't have wanted to take, stop loss is your true friend. So stop loss order protects your equity when price goes against you. We can rightly say also that a stop loss order is a secured close of a position. So for a long or buy positions, the order is always set below the current ask price. And for a sell position, the order is always set above the current bid price. So for market or instant execution, you can enter into the market and then you can enter your stop loss uh, subsequently or afterwards or after the open of the position. But in pending orders like buy stop, sell limit, and sell and buy limits, there this stop loss order comes along with those pending orders. So you must have heard about stop loss regarded as SL and TP, which is take profit. So stop loss is when it goes against you, and TP is to take your profits. So one more cool thing about stop loss order is that they are super useful if you don't want to sit in front of your computer all day worried that you will lose all your money. You can simply set such an order on any open positions and go about your daily activities. We'll see how these can be done. Starting with the market order or the instant execution, this being the current market price, we will not be taking trade just for as an example. This being the market price or the current price, on going to new order, you can simply sell or buy the market, and then you will get your trades triggered just like this. You will see the line as you have sold the market, as it will appear right here. Then for you to be able to set your stop loss order, you can double click on this, or right click rather, so that the dialog box, this same dialog box, will open for you now to add your stop loss. So for you not to go this long process too, you can just drag from your open position. Just drag. When you drag, you will see the stop loss added. You see that it will drag and then you add it for you as a stop loss right above the market or the current price for a sell position. Now, if you also drag from this very open position, the current open position, and drag it below, you will see that the market will have to add automatically a take profit for you on instant execution. Once you enter, you can just drag and go above. It gives you the stop loss above for a sell position. Now, if you drag for below, it gives you the take profit, the TP, for your sell position. Then, how about for a buy position? There, the same thing also happens, but the reverse now is the case. Let's say, for example, you want to buy at this very point. Let us get any point. Want to buy, for example, at this very point. Now, if you should enter with instant execution, then let us assume this is the current market price. Once it goes to new order and then click on either buy, okay, this time buy, then you will see your order appear here. Here we'll be using because the market is closed, we'll be using this horizontal line to represent the current market price. You see your order open for a buy. So if you have to drag from that very point for a buy position, if you drag that very line of open position and below, then you will see the market add the stop loss automatically for you. Then you can right click and then add the number of pips or points you want the stop loss to be, or you can simply go here and add the stop loss at a predefined level and then modify for you to see it appear on the chart. Then you can as well drag and go above, and with that you will see your take profits added for you for instant execution. Then we will also want to talk about a pending order. For that very pending order, let us assume that you analyze the market and you anticipate by analysis that the market is going to sell at this very point. So this is a trade that I took. Now this is an example of a sell limit order. It's a pending order. So in this, for you to enter into this particular trade by this analysis, hoping that price will get to this point and continue to drop, you go to this new order. Then for your stop loss, you have to add it. Okay, before you do that, you have to select a pending order, and here you select a sell limit order. Then for you to add your stop loss, it is going to be above this very level, which is above the ask price. Then with this price level 0.92331 or 330, you can then come here and add your order, your stop loss order. Then also as an example, maybe your first take profit is at this very level. So what do? The price level is 0.91753. Then having that figure, you can come here and add your take profit, and then you place your order. If you wish also to add the expiry date, then you can do that. But first of all, sorry, we omitted this, which is the price at which you want to enter into the market, which would then be at this very level as entry, and this as exit. So here being your entry 92205, you have to add it here, place your order. You see the order activated. So this is for a pending sell limit order. So what we want to grab here is that the stop loss comes along with this pending order, as you can see here. For this very pending order, you can see you have to add your stop loss alongside the price at which you want to enter into the market, of which you can also add your take profits. In order for you to do what? To secure your equity. Let us say that the market goes to these points and continue to rise, because your stop loss is here. As market gets to this place, you see that once the ask price gets to it, then you are wiggled out of the trade. And so you take the predefined amount of loss in pips or in value by your account's currency. This is for a sell limit order. Then for also a buy limit order, let us say for example we can just use this. Maybe you want to buy from this very level, then having your entry at this very level and your exit at this, for you to enter into this very market with your new order, then with pending order, it can either be a buy limit, buy stop, sell limit, sell stop. You can go to the lesson where all of these are treated also differently. Then with this, you can add your stop loss. This time it will be below the entry point, so that when market goes against you, instead of going up for a buy limit order by dropping into this point and then rising, and it continues to drop before rising, going against you, the stop loss order gets you or kicks you out from the trade. Then you take that defined loss that you accepted before entering into this very trade. So stop loss order is your true friend, because if it is not your friend, then if it is not there, and as this market drops, you will see that your equity will continue to ruin and get ruined, drained down until you receive a margin call. That will also discuss in another lesson, or until your account currency or your equity got down to zero, and then you exit the market entirely. And so you will also try to have in mind that your stop loss order remains until the take profit is hit or the stop loss is hit. So that is when it can get out from this very trade. For buy stop and sell stop, it is also same thing. For buy stop, believing that the market will continue to go up, you put your entry when market gets to that level and continues up. So if market gets to that entry and reverses, then your stop loss should secure your equity. Then for a sell stop too, believing that market gets to your level, it will continue to go down. And so your stop loss being above for a sell, if market happens to reverse when you get triggered, then your stop loss should protect your equity. So you know the difference between, but for the purpose of this very lesson, we are talking about your stop loss being your true friend, of which you can set your orders like these limit orders and go away. You don't need to be on screen for anything to happen. You cannot control the market. Market does what it wants, and so you set your order and leave it. Go do other of your businesses and come back to see what happens, either for a profit or for a loss.